Hello guys, good day. Okay, today we are starting with our first lecture of C++. In this lecture we will learn about basics of Visual Studio first, then we will go with how Visual Studio works, how we can create a project in Visual Studio, what there are types of different Visual Studio projects, and what is the better project, like what is the suitable project creation for C++, in which category we need to create our project for C++. So let's start with this. If you have installed Visual Studio, like any version, like I am using 2019, this is a community version, because this is free. If you will go like with professional version, you need a paid license, or you can like find a crack as well. But community version fulfills all the purpose, so I'm using this. As far as you don't need to do deployments and this. So what you can do is like just go to create a new project. Here you will see different options, options are different in different Visual Studio versions. Like in 2015 or 17 you don't have these options, but in 19 you have these options. So it will take like a little time to load. Just give it time. Here you need to select like if it's default selection, otherwise you can just select I want to work in C++ language. Like I have installed all these languages, I'm working on these. So you need C++. You are using it on Windows or Mac OS, so you are using Windows, and you are using a console programming. Okay, so how console programming works? Just click on empty project and press create. It will ask you for a like we can name it like CPP tutorials. Just press enter and this will create a project for you. This project will consist of some default directories, and you will start working on your files from that directories. So the basic directory in which all the files are stored is actually the source directory, but if you are working with header file, you can use the header directory. So here you just add a new item, select with CPP extension and name it like whatever. So I usually name it like source.cpp, or we can name it like main.cpp, but it's again totally up to you, whatever you want to use the naming convention here. Okay, so what here we can do? Let's start with basics of C++. What are the basic building blocks of C++ program? The first thing is the library, which is needed to be included here. So first #include iostream. So this is a library which is used to access the C++ functions like scene and cout. These functions are used like reading from input stream and writing to output stream. After this you need to include using namespace std. It's showing like we are using inside this directory we are using std namespace, standard namespace. It is also being used in string library as well, but we will see once we will move to the string library. So but here you need to create a main function. What is the syntax of main function? Just like void main. You can either use void and don't return anything, otherwise you can use int and you can return something like suppose I am returning 0. So this is just a flag to be returned to compiler. This is not usable here. This is usable when we are like working with command line arguments and we want our program to return something when the program is finished. So in our command line we can use that input from program to detect if the program is finished. So what we need to do? Okay, so this is the building block of the program. What is header folder? Header folder is used to like create header files. Just like if you have a class booking, you can create use this header folder to create booking file. If you have a class like lecture, you can use this folder to create a lecture file. So this all depends upon it. Okay, after this what's next? The next thing is like we have created our main function. We know this is the triggered function of our program. Our program will start from this function. We need to start working on variables, making memory, reading into that memory, processing that input, read it into the memory, and then after processing we need to show the result, display the result on the screen or on the user. Or if we want to return the result to the compiler, we want to return the result to the input stream, we want to return back the result to the like whatever you are using as a trigger, you can just return your results from here. So either you can display result or you can return the result from the main screen. But again this is totally up to you what is the use case of this program. So this lecture was consisting of how to work with Visual Studio, how to create a C++ project successfully, and how to initialize our main function. Here we can start writing our code, like our code goes here. In our next lecture we will start writing code here, and we will actually start working on input output streams first, and after that we will work on the other stream. So let's start with this.